What up guys, Talos here with another PD2 video, and check it out, I've got a new aura. This is from my tier 2 Lucion kill, who's the new Uber boss from season 10. Shout out to the team, this aura looks absolutely sick. The team just does not disappoint. My Berserker has been a phenomenal bosser, and I got the 10th tier 2 kill on Barbarian to earn it. But most importantly, I have some sick ammies to share with you guys. But before we get to that, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing this content. So here I'm showing the end of my very first tier 1 Lucion kill. That was actually the very last rejuve potion that I had as well. So completely ran out of potions to the very skin of my teeth to complete the fight, but I was really happy to get it done on my first try. So I'm walking through the portal now and into this area where we're reaching the sacrificial altar. So one thing I also didn't realize is that you don't have to bring the amulet in with you, so I could have brought one more rejuve, and if I had missed the fight that would have been really unfortunate, but either way I brought in this cannot be frozen slammed Highlords Wrath. Really nice item, especially within week 1 of the season. I just had to go for it. But it bricked. So tier 1s also have a higher brick chance as well. So I'm collecting a bit of a brick graveyard from my Lucion attempts, including these 2 CBF bricks, which are never fun. But what I'm about to share with you is the super secret and legit technique for guaranteeing GG loot. It's called complaining! I swear, the game listens, and if you don't abuse this power, you can get a lot of results with this technique. Do with it what you will. Here I managed my +5 Warcries Ami, perfect for my second Barbarian, which I'll use for mapping to be featured in the next video. And now we have the star of the show. This is a 40 ED Highlords, a perfect enhanced damage slam, and I was ecstatic as soon as I slammed it, but I also immediately got flashbacks to my CBF Highlords too. I was dreading this, but I knew I had to complete the mission. This amulet is probably worth 5 high runes on its own. I'm not sure, I didn't actually check, but this is not what we're here for. We're here to brick GG amulets and then complain about it. Just kidding, here we go. No hesitation, just gonna go straight for it. It lived! And bam! ED on ED, baby! 74 ED Highlords Wrath Amulet. And don't it look good too? So gear-wise for the fight, I think definitely with Berserk, like any other melee build, the first thing is definitely going to be about your weapons. I'll go into a little bit more detail on how I made and created these later, but I'm using an Azure Wrath and a Schaefer's. Definitely non-standard. I think you see most folks using Grandfathers and Doombringers right now. Obviously totally valid. You just want to make sure that you hit the max IAS breakpoints once you've got Frenzy up and you're using Berserk. You just want a lot of damage because that's really what carries you through this fight. Aside from that, you also want max lightning resist, so I'm using this armor, which I just happened to slam right exactly when I decided I wanted to do the fight, and so I have 5 max light res here, I have 8 max light res from the T-Gods, which is also just another very popular choice, and then 1 nature's piece, and that reaches me to the 90 max light res breakpoint. 140 is overcapped, not needed for the fight, but just something that happened to happen because the Schaefer's comes with so much light res on it. In addition to that, you want attack rating as well, so I've got Metal Grid and Wisp Projector slammed with attack rating here, and a big life pool. So with BO and Oak, I'm over 3k actually when I'm standing outside. So in addition to that, you've also got your entries for the fight. So Demonic Insignia is probably the most interesting one. Talisman of Transgression drops in Corrupted Zones, Flesh of Malak drops from any demon, I believe, and together they make the Shadow of Hatred. Cool thing about this is the Shadow of Hatred is actually a shadow. It's translucent when you highlight and when you place it over other items in your stash. So really cool little Easter egg there from the team. And the Demonic Insignia I want to call out specifically because these are the rarest in the market. These are worth a Vex each currently. And they're only farmed in the Act 5 red portals. So that includes Frigid Highlands, Ariat Plateau, and Frozen Tundra. You go to these, you find the red portal in there. The Frigid Highlands one's called Abaddon. I know that because I actually farmed that one quite a bit, especially early in the season prior to maps. But they're these buffed zones, TC 85 or level 85 areas They have increased density, they're super buffed for S10, and they're basically like mini maps when you get to them. So they're actually great to farm regardless, and they can give you this demonic insignia drop, which again is just a great way to farm currency if that's something you're looking for outside of maps at the moment. And so then the last thing I want to point out is just with this Azurath. So in this Azurath, I have 4 enhanced damage and minimum damage jewels on it. And I was excited to see because I had heard that if you raise the minimum damage on a weapon above the maximum damage, then the maximum damage will automatically raise as well. And so that's what you see, 259 to 260. Technically, the maximum damage should be something like 250 instead of 260. So I get like a free 10 max damage by putting in the minimum damage jewels that I've placed in. That is actually a benefit in the overall average damage. Not a huge one, I don't think, but ultimately what it means is I could save a tiny bit of currency, not having to buy ED min and max jewels. Makes it a little bit more effective, and it was something I was excited to get done. And with that, I'll close this video out with a clip of my full tier 2 Lucion kill. So any questions, feel free to reach out in the comments down below. I always love reading them. Thanks all for watching, much appreciated, and I will catch you on the next video.